Hi friends, welcome to day 24 Daily Current Affairs. Good morning to all. Today first news is about yesterday meet of PM Narendra Modi and Mamata Banerjee in Kolkata regarding the programs of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose birth anniversary. So there PM Narendra Modi said that world watching New India. Country giving befitting reply to those interfering in its territorial sovereignty. The statement from Narendra Modi. Here in picture you can see PM Narendra Modi and West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee releasing a book in Kolkata on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday wondered how Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose would have felt had seen the new India, which is not only becoming self-reliant but also giving a befitting reply to those interfering in its territorial sovereignty. The statement given by PM Narendra Modi, keeping in the mind in the view of about China and Pakistan, the replies how we are giving to those countries. Netaji had imagined a kind of strong India. Today, the world is seeing India in a new avatar. From LAC to LOC, which I said earlier, this is regarding China and this is regarding Pakistan, LAC and LOC. LAC is the border, means it will be cutting the border between the China and India, and LOC it is between Pakistan and India. So, wherever anyone is trying to pose any challenge to the territorial sovereignty of the country is given a befitting reply, Mr. Modi said. The Prime Minister was speaking in Kolkata while participating in the 125th birth anniversary celebrations of the iconic freedom fighter. Addressing a gathering on the laws of the Victoria Memorial Hall, Mr. Modi said Netaji would be satisfied and proud to see the new self-reliant India. This is about the yesterday program in Kolkata of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Here you can know two things, LAC and LOC, line of actual control and line of control. LAC is between the China and India. LOC is between the Pakistan and India. These things you can learn from the news. Next, cross-border tunnel found in Jammu. The Border Security Force on Saturday unearthed a 150-meter tunnel on the international border in Jammu. This is fourth such passage to be found in the past 6 months, a BSF spokesman said the 30-foot deep cross-border tunnel was detected in the Pansar area. It opened near a fence meant to push trained and armed militants. The BSF said two Pakistan outposts identified as Abhyal Dogra and Kingre de Kote in Sakargarh district are located opposite the area where the tunnel was found. From last week onwards, we are seeing that so many tunnels are identified by the border security force and the armed force. We are finding so many tunnels. So these are continuous news we can observe. The BSF had shot down a Pakistan drone carrying weapons and ammunition in the same area in June last year. Okay. Next, Netaji fund receipt set for auction today. This is a little funny news also. A person bought in a cheap rate of Netaji fund receipt in Hong Kong and is going for auction to sell that. A rare document acknowledging the receipt of 100 rupees 100 towards Netaji fund is set to go under the hammer tomorrow. Dated September 15, 1944, the receipt, which is the size of the rupees 500 currency note, has Indian Independence League as the letterhead. I bought this in Hong Kong 2 years ago for a small amount of money. The person is saying this. They didn't know its importance. Today is Subhash Chandra Bose birth anniversary, so I thought I should auction this, said Musham Dhamodaram. This Musham Dhamodaram is going to sell the fund receipt. He bought its uh, this fund receipt and is going for an auction. Next, India and China to hold ninth round of talks today. Corps Commander dialogue being held after a long delay. Lieutenant General P.G.K. Menon will lead the Indian team. He is going to lead the Indian team. India and China are scheduled to hold the ninth round of Corps Commander talks on Sunday after a long delay in the senior military level talks to work out of a phased disengagement and de-escalation along the disputed border in eastern Ladakh. This eastern Ladakh border issue is going running from long back means when it's COVID in March itself it was started. Still there is no resolution. Means there is little disengagement is happening, but there is no permanent solution between China and India. So continuous talks are going between the Indian Army and People Liberations Army of China. The talks will be held on the Chinese side at Moldo opposite Chushul, a defense source said. As earlier round, the Indian side will be led by Lieutenant General P.G.K. Menon, General Officer commanding of the 14 Corps. Next, Hindustan Aeronautical Limited to deliver 3 combat helicopters soon. 12 more LCS to be handed over. The light combat helicopter made by HAL, you can see in the image. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited is scheduled to deliver the first batch of 3 indigenous light combat helicopters to the Army and the Air Force before March 31, a defense official said. They are part of the 15 limited series production LCHs approved by the Defense Acquisition Council. Okay. Next, WHO World Health Organization chief thanks Modi for continued support. Response to pandemic evokes praise. He is the WHO Chief Tedros. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus on Saturday thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his continued support to the global COVID-19 response, saying acting together, including sharing of knowledge, will help in combating the novel coronavirus. The statement is thank you India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for your continuous support to global COVID-19 response. It's a statement from Tedros in the Twitter. Next, Taiwan reports Chinese air incursions. Air Force warned away the Chinese jets and deployed missiles to monitor them. A Chinese H-6K bomber patrolling the islands in the South China Sea. Always the China wanted to rule the South China Sea, but it is not as per the rule because there will be territorial areas the other countries should also share, but China want to rule the South China Sea. It is not legal. 8 Chinese bomber planes and 4 fighter jets entered the southwestern corner of Taiwan's air defense identification zone on Saturday, and Taiwan's air force deployed missiles to monitor the incursion, the island's defense ministry said. There is always trouble to Taiwan from China, so Taiwan wants the help from the countries like India, US, etc. Next, more flash droughts in India by end of this century. Atmospheric anomalies, anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions play a role. Frequent flash droughts can have deleterious effects on crop production in India. This is how will be the droughts by the end of this century in India. The news is regarding that. In 1979, India faced a severe flash drought affecting about 40% of the country and taking a toll on agriculture. An article published that year in the Journal India International Center Quarterly noted that the big gran, granaries of Uttar Pradesh and Andhra were affected, and the country suffered a loss of about 5,000 crores. A new study has now pointed out that India could experience more such flash droughts by the end of this century. What is flash droughts? Flash droughts are those that occur very quickly with soil moisture depleting rapidly. Normally, developing drought conditions take months, but these happen within a week or in 2 weeks' time. Several factors, including atmospheric anomalies, anthropogenic greenhouse gases emissions, play an important role. Okay. Next, These are today's last news. Look, lookalike snakes, lookalike snakes, but with self-styled venoms. The Synthkite, seen in the picture, has been identified as a snake with most potent venom in India. A study of snakes in southern and western India has identified a new species of snakes named Romulus crite, that is Bungarus romulusi. After the snake man of India Romulus Whittaker, the species has so far remained undetected because of its similarity in appearance to be the common crite, and only a careful genetical analysis revealed that the two were distinct species. Okay. Here, what is the going to say is Indian antivenoms were ineffective in neutralizing venom of cryptic crites. Our antivenoms are ineffective for cryptic crites. Last is Nikhil Srivastava is joint winner of the Maths Prize. Indian mathematician Nikhil Srivastava has been named winner of prestigious 2021 Michael and Sheila Held Prize along with two others for solving long-standing questions on the Cadison-Singer problem and on Ramanujan graphs. Srivastava from the University of California, Berkeley, Adam Marcus from the École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne, and Daniel Alan Spielman from Yale University will receive the 2021 Michael and Sheila Held Prize, the National Academy of Sciences of the US said in the statement. Here, who are going to get means Nikhil Srivastava and and Berkeley Adam Marcus, from the École Polytechnique, and Daniel Alan Spielman from Yale University. These three members are going to get the prestigious Maths Prize as together. These are today's daily news and current affairs. Thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe and share and like. Thank you.